Aloha and welcome to episode 37, season 2 of my winter long stay on Oahu, December 16th, 2025. My name is Beach Monkey. I'm a photographer, surfer, and traveler. During my stay, I want to show you the spots that I surfed, the places that I ate, and the activities that I did so when you come to Oahu, you can plan your own ideal itinerary. Please don't forget to smash those like and subscribe buttons. On this episode, hiking the Pink Pillbox Trail and eating at Taste Buds. The Pink Pillbox Trail is one of my favorite trails to hike. And this is DJ be joining us on this trail. She's amazing, such a fun person. I left her socials for a shout out in the description. So you park along the road here. There's free parking, plenty of parking. This is on the west side of the island. Normally it's very dry and dusty. Uh, at this point, we did get a ton of rain, and you see kind of the greenery kind of coming up. It's never been green. Like right now, it's like super green. The trail is listed as moderate. There are some steep sections. It is normally, like I said, dusty and dry, but this time it's kind of a little bit muddy. The trail goes up about 613 feet. It's about a mile and a half out and back. The views are spectacular. Now, if you're in shape, this should be a fairly easy trail. If you're out of shape, you'll struggle. There is a lot of loose rock and there are a lot of trip hazards. If you're lucky, certain times of the day, you can see mountain goats roaming around the side of the mountain there. You see the first part starts up a little bit of a scramble. It's not too difficult, and the climb is fairly steep. Like I said, if you're out of shape, you'll be out of breath fairly fast. Already, you see some of the view you'll see of the whole west side of the island. The view up there on top is spectacular. Now, there are roughly three pillboxes that you can get to. There's a fourth pillbox. You have to walk along kind of a sketchy ledge. I don't normally do it, but there are four pillboxes you can get to, three fairly easy. Now, here is one of the first kind of Instagram spots, like Instagram moments. You want to take some photos. You see how pretty the view is, but it gets way better. But this is a nice little spot. Took a couple quick photos of DJ. I think she liked them, not sure, but DJ's just so fun. Anyway, it's gonna stay in this little concrete area here. You get the whole view of the west side of Mealy in full view. Great place to take photos. This is a fun spot here to take photos. I call this kind of the Game of Thrones tree. Looks something surreal, but it's a great place to take photos. Another little Instagram spot. And of course, this is the full hike from the very beginning to the very end. DJ is going to take a photo here. As you can see coming up here, there's a lot of loose rocks. So just be careful, stepping and where you're going. You don't want to fall off the side of the cliff. And it could be kind of slippery when it's wet. But normally, like I was saying before, it generally doesn't rain much on the west side. It's a super dry side. So normally it's fairly dusty. But look at that view to your right. Just incredible. Just check out how sheer the cliff drops off. So it's, like I said, you want to be careful of the trip hazards. I have tripped before on this trail. Luckily, I fell into the cliff, not over the cliff. But it's just spectacular. Just look at that view, the whole west side of the island. And it's just a beautiful trail. Now we're going into the second pillbox. The really cool artwork. Just so pretty. This is one of my favorite pillboxes. And this pillbox, you can go up to the top too. This has a really good view of the ocean, looking back and forth. Really good artwork. And there's a really pretty spot to take photos. And I'll show you here in a second. So here's a really just beautiful place to take photos. You get the everything going on in the distance behind her. You have really good lighting. Just an amazing place to take photos. It's another Instagram spot. Here's another really cute photo idea, is just looking out the pillbox onto the landscape. So another Instagram moment. So here's one of the best spots to go to on top of the second pillbox. It's just spectacular up here. I've seen people just sit up here for hours doing yoga, meditating, just chilling. If people want to get their photos up here, definitely kind of move out of their way so people can take turns. But Just look at that view. The whole west side of the island there. You can see up towards the power plant and the Disney resort. It's just beautiful. Of course, another just amazing place to take photos. You get your Instagram moments done. Here's coming up to the third pillbox, the pink pillbox. This was painted pink for breast cancer awareness. And I think they just recently painted pink. The door's locked. I'm not sure what's going on in there. I think they're trying to, preserve it a little bit. Unfortunately, we couldn't get inside of it. But and there's the fourth pink box or pillbox in the distance over there. You kind of have to walk along this really kind of sketchy ledge. It was wet and slippery. I definitely didn't want to feel like falling off the cliff on either side. Neither choice is great, but kind of just showing DJ, just you can see the electric beach way in the distance. Such a pretty place. One of my favorite places just to chill out. Love hiking up here. Like I said, one of my favorite hikes on Oahu. Now we're starting the descent down. The descent down's fairly easy. The only thing you have to worry about is like your feet slipping out from underneath you because there's a lot of loose rocks and sand. So it does get a little bit slippery even when it's dry, especially when it's dry because you have like the dry rocks, dry sand, things like that. But such a great hike. The way down is not too eventful. It's still really pretty and it's a great workout. So we are making our way back down to the very beginning of the trail where the trailhead is. And there's free street parking down there, like I said. So we park here and kind of walk up. But overall, I think Pink Pillbox Trail is one of the most underrated trails. A lot of people go to the Lanikai Trail, which is a beautiful trail too. But this one's just as pretty, about the same skill level. You have four pillboxes potentially you can go to. You can see the whole west side of the island. And normally it's super dry. So the nice thing is it's usually dusty, but it's not muddy, where Atlantic High pillbox can be muddy. But definitely add this to your next itinerary. When you go to Oahu, you have time, definitely drive out to the west side and head up this trail. After the hike, we hit up one of my favorite restaurants on the west side, Taste Buds. You guys have to try this place out. It has poke tacos. So amazing. But here's the place. It's kind of a small place, little carry out. There's a little sample of the menu, but definitely check it out. But look at these poke tacos. So good. Crispy rice shells, that little seaweed wrap on the side. So good. Definitely check this out. Thank you so much for hanging out. And please keep checking back for more videos. Aloha.